Hello and welcome to BFS Wargaming. So today I'm doing a video actually on Valerian and Aleya. Okay, talking about the rules and the models. The reason being is because I bought them a while ago, and then since lockdown I've struggled with motivation for doing any sort of Warhammer 40k related stuff, apart from I played like one game on Tabletop Simulator, which is good if you can't actually play games, because as most other people I am stuck in a house and I have no one to play Warhammer with, unfortunately, so I can't do any battle reports. So what I thought I'd do is I thought take on a small project. So I've built Valerian and Aleya. Haven't painted them, but I've built them. I'm one of those idiots that builds it all first. I've just slightly angled his spear just because I think it just looks a little bit more actiony rather than just standing straight up, and makes me look a little bit different to some of the sort of normal Guardian poses. And I've just left Aleya how she is normally. I haven't stuck them to the bases, so I'm going to paint the bases because they do look quite nice. So I'm going to try and do them in some sort of whitey, marbly type thing. Unfortunately, one of the reasons that I've had a lack of motivation is because I'm not very good at the hobby side. So I sort of can paint to I like to think it's a tabletop standard. So you know, they look okay on the battle reports and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not a great painter. It's something I've never been a good artist. I've never been good at, so I have had to work quite hard even to get to the stand I'm at. But yeah, so let's go in to talk about Valerian and Aleya. So they're obviously Black Library characters. They come out of the Regent Shadow. There's a book for the Regent Shadow. I think there's 2 books from now. And very cool models. Really like them. And I was really happy to hear that Sisters of Silence were going to get a HQ, which was brilliant. Unfortunately, with the rules, you can only take Aleya and Valerian together at the moment. I mean, I think this shouldn't be too hard to fix, but it is a little bit sad that you can't just plug in a Sisters of Silence detachment. I know you can take it as a Vanguard detachment, but get zero command points at the moment. But it would be nice if you could put them in with a HQ and get 1 command point for that detachment. Just have that option. So, and I understand that in the book they work together, and they've taken them characters out of that book, and I think they've thought, well, the best thing is to put them, you have to play them together. But so the one of their abilities is Talons of the Emperor. During deployment, every model in this unit must be set up at the same time. Although they don't have to be set up in coherency, and from then onwards they're used as separate models. So you just have to set them up at the same time. They count as 1 drop. But we'll go in to talk about their rules, because again, I was a little bit disappointed. So his weapon, Genosis or Gnosis, is that a silent G? I don't know. Basically, he's got +2 strength to, so it's strength 4 -1 2 damage with shooting. It's the same as a normal spear, rapid fire 1. And he's got +2 -3 D3 damage, which I'm pretty sure is 1 extra strength than a normal spear. So he's strength 7 rather than strength 6. But other than that, exactly the same. Would have been nice to give him like a straight 3 damage or something. Mind you, Trajan Valoris hasn't even got straight 3 damage, so it might be a bit much. Which I feel like he should have, really. And then we have Aleya has the Somnus Blade, which is +1 strength, so she goes up to strength 4, -3 D3 damage. Now, their stats, movement 6 for Valerian, movement 7 for Aleya. Both got weapon skill 2. Valerian has ballistic skill 2, Aleya has ballistic skill 3+. Strength and toughness 5 for Valerian, strength and toughness 3 for Aleya. Valerian has 6 wounds, Aleya has 5 wounds, which is pretty good. Valerian has 5 attacks and Aleya has 4 attacks. And then both leadership 9, and they Valerian has a 2+ save, and Aleya has a 3+ save. Not too bad on the stats. I mean, Valerian is just a bog standard shield captain. Obviously, Aleya, that's the first Sisters of Science character we've had, so she's nice with movement 7 and things like that. It's, you know, it's not bad. Obviously, toughness 3, but they are Sisters of Silence, so they are only that low toughness. Oh, and the other thing, so she has the Somnus Blade, like I said, +1, -3d3 damage, which is quite good. And then she has the Psych Out Grenades, which all the sisters have as well, which basically, when resolving an attack made with this weapon against a Psyker or Demon unit, a hit roll of 6 inflicts a mortal wound on the target, and the attack sequence ends, because they're only strength 2 Psych Out Grenades. So, there's not like, obviously neither of these characters you're thinking, wow, these are going to change the game. So we're going to abilities. So, Aegis of the Emperor, bog standard ability that Valerian has, that all Custodians have. You get a 5+ invulnerable save, 4+ if the detachment, if it's in from the Custodian's Codex, 4+ if it's a pure Custodian's detachment. And then when this model loses a wound as a result of psychic tests, the same, you get 6+, feel no pain. Bog standard. Cool. Inspirational Fighter, reroll hit rolls of 1 made for attacks for Adeptus Custodians units, basically within 6 inches, so it's just a shield captain. And then Golden Laurels, this is his special rule. Once per battle, when resolving an attack made with Genosis, his weapon, by this model, you can reroll either the hit roll, the wound roll, or the damage roll. Once per battle. I mean, if that was once per turn, I'd be like, okay, yeah, cool. I mean, even if it was once per turn, that's not like overpowered. That's, you know, you're only allowed to reroll like either the hit roll or the wound roll or the damage roll. You can't reroll all 3. So I think that would be a really nice rule just to have him, so it just makes him that little bit more reliable. You know, whether he needs to reroll the damage roll or reroll the wound roll, like, I don't know. I feel like once per battle, it's a bit like, meh. And it's one of those things, because it's once per battle, you probably end up forgetting about it anyway. Because obviously you've got so many different rules you're remembering. I quite often forget about Treasure and Valoris' rule. That's probably because I don't use them enough, to be fair. But so then we go on to Aleya's abilities. Now, the one thing I'm really disappointed with Aleya is that she doesn't buff other sisters. So it's a HQ that does nothing for the rest of the Sisters of Silence. And I thought, as the first HQ, at least give them reroll 1s or something. You know, like, make her like a lieutenant-y type thing, like reroll 1s to wound. Even if it was like in combat or something, you know, it just seems a bit meh. So anyway, she got Witch Hunter rule. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by this model against a Psyker unit, you can re-roll the wound roll. Nice. Really good. Fluffy. Like it. Psychic Abomination. This model cannot be targeted and affected by psychic powers. This is a Sister of Science rule. In addition, when a psychic or deny witch test is taken for an enemy model, subtract 1 from the result. Subtract 1 from the total for each unit from your army with this ability that is within 18 inches of that enemy model. So really nice if you've got her and a couple, like 3 sisters units, you can get -4 on a psychic, which is really, really cool. And it's actually a really good defense against something like, you know, the Plague Bearer, and then Psyker spam. Obviously now they do have the the Obliterators, which usually they have in that now, which obviously could take out your sisters pretty easily, but still it could work well against them. It means that they're shooting at the sisters and not other stuff that you want them to shoot at. You don't want them to shoot at. So yeah, so that's the rules, and for both models, including all their war gear, is 188 points. Seems on the high side. I mean, I don't know how much Aleya is, whether she's 80 points or and how much Valerian is separately. Maybe one's 120 and the other one's in the Aleya's 68, something like that. Because I feel like Aleya shouldn't be much more than 68, 70 points. That would be, I think it would then be too expensive. But yeah, basically that's my talk through. I just feel a little bit, I mean, we don't know what's coming in War of the Spider rules wise. There might be more stuff. I mean, I can't imagine there being more stuff for these two. But there might be stratagems, and there's more. There is apparently Talons of the Emperor rules, so hopefully there's going to be some stuff in there which helps both Sisters of Science and the Custodes, and helps them play together. Maybe they buff each other, which would be pretty cool. I just feel a little bit disappointed in these two in terms of could have made them a little bit better. Just, you know, just make them a little bit, like I say, with Aleya's rules. I mean, the Golden Laurel rule for Valerian's nice, but if it was once per turn would be cool. And then Aleya's rules, just something to buff those sisters. And then it would have just brought them up a little bit, and I'd be like, oh, okay, now these are pretty interesting. But that's my views on Valerian Aleya. I love the models. People really don't like Valerian's head. I don't think I'm going to do him blonde. I think I'm going to go with some brown hair, but we will see what they look like at the end. But I will be putting pictures of them on my Instagram for you guys to check out. Like I said, don't expect anything amazing. I'm an average painter. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm just talking through Valerian Aleya. I am going to be making more videos, obviously, but I'm sort of getting my mojo back. I've actually just started building also some Vanguard vets for my White Scars army, or Destroyers army, White Scars successor. So yeah, I'm getting my mojo back, and hopefully we'll make some more videos on random things because I can't do any battle reports. So I will speak to you all soon. Thanks. Bye. Stay lucky.